Where are you going?
To the police. I was going to phone them and ask them to come round, but then I was afraid they may think I was some mad woman, so I'm going to go round and show them I'm all right. Do look all right, don't I?
You look fine, but sit down for a moment.
What?
Sit down, have some breakfast.
Oh, no, I haven't got time for all this, Archie.
Sit down.
You still don't believe me?
Of course I do.
All this, after all last night, and you still don't believe me?
I do believe you, Audrey. It's just, well, I'm not sure others will. Look, of course I believe you, but the police. Now, what are you going to say?
That Richard Hillman is a murderer. That he killed his ex-wife, he's been trying to kill me, and that my daughter and her family are in danger, and we've got to do something.
No, come on now. It's going to be all right. Now, the police. Now, madam, you say Mr. Hillman is a murderer. Can you prove this?
Yes. Well...
Have you seen her body? Do you know she's dead? We have her as missing. Do you have evidence to the contrary?
No.
Have some tea.
Oh, Archie, please, what am I going to do? I can't leave Gail and the family there with him.
That's what we're going to talk about now.
I'm not sure I can cope. Listening to you and the trauma of your mother's Alzheimer's. I'm not as strong as you. And there's Sarah and David and Bethany.
Hey, it's all right. This isn't about you coping, it's about us. I'm here.
It's just, she's always been so bright, so full of life. She's my mum, indestructible, always there for me.
And we'll be there for her.
Thank you. It's just, you hear so many things.
What things?
About EMIs.
EMIs?
Sorry. Elderly, mentally infirm. It's where people with Alzheimer's go. I mean, they do their best, but they're not resourced. And you hear stories at the health centre. It's why it's important to keep her here with us. At least until we can't cope anymore.
Of course.
I thought...
No, there's no problem. No problem at all. I was just thinking about the strange things she's been saying about me.
She's not herself. We can't blame her.
Of course not.
Anyway, who's going to take her seriously? That's what's so tragic. A woman, well-loved, known in the community, former counsellor. Now nobody's going to ever take her seriously again. It's awful.
Awful.
I know our Gail will believe me, but the thing is, he's bound to be there, and he's so good at twisting things round.
Oh, he's plausible, I'll grant you that.
Plausible? Phew. He could persuade half the bodies in your funeral parlour there's naught wrong with them and have them up chatting about the weather. What?
There's nothing wrong with you, Audrey Roberts.
I told you there wasn't.
I know. And I'm convinced.
Yes, it's just that how am I going to convince Gail?
Well, do you think he'll be there?
Fairly sure. He seems to work at home in the mornings, and then he has all his appointments in the afternoon.
That's when we'll go round.
Are you sure the police can't help?
Not on what we've got. No, we need to convince Gail first.
Are you going into work today?
This afternoon.
Oh.
Why?
Well, we'll have to pick my mum up. Archie will be going spare.
Yeah, of course. I've got some appointments this afternoon.
So, when?
Give me half an hour. Hey, everything's going to be all right, you know. Even with the kids.
I'm not so sure.
Believe me, kids are resilient and adaptable. They'll love her just as much as before.
Oh, you're right. But I think David should stay at his dad's, and at least until we get things a bit more settled.
Sure.
Doesn't anything ever get you down?
You all set?
As much as I'll ever bear.
And he won't be there?
He shouldn't be.
Right. Hey.
What's he doing here? Mum. No, get away. Get him away. Mum. No, get away from him. He's a killer.
Mum, calm
Archie,
down.
come on, tell her. Tell her what we found out. Gail. He killed his ex-wife. He's tried to kill me. He's going to kill you next.
You'd better go.
Mum, don't be ridiculous,
Run away from
please.
him, Gail. Please, run away from him. Get the kids and run away, please. No, come here. Come in here. Don't worry about the kids. I'll get the police to get them. Oh, Gail, please, before he kills someone.
Audrey, you're not well. You need to be with your family. Come with us. You'll be quite safe.
Get off me!
Not today, thank you.
See what I mean?
Here, Coco.
Oh, thank you.
Better?
Thank you, yeah.
He's a slimy so-and-so. When he said he wanted to take care of you, I nearly whacked him.
I shouldn't have lost it like that.
Rubbish.
Oh, what's Gail going to think of me? She's going to think her mother's a right hysterical old woman.
That's why it's even more important you show her you're not. Now, leave it a few days and...
No, I can't do that, Archie. Come on, she's in danger.
Audrey, you've had a shock. You're in no state.
I don't care. Look, he's got my daughter and my grandchildren in his clutches, right?
You're not the household cavalry. You can't go in shotguns blazing.
Well, that's a different cavalry.
What?
The household cavalry is the one that guards the Queen. The ones that go in with the shotguns are the... Well, I don't know. The thing is, I can and I'm going to.
Do you know, I'm beginning to feel sorry for Hillman.
What?
I don't think he knows what he's letting himself in for. No, we'll give it a bit longer, make sure he's gone to work, and then I'll drive you over.
Thanks. Is he in?
No.
Look, I'm sorry about what I said earlier. It must have sounded really odd.
You could say that.
So can I come in?
Yes, of course. Oh, Mum, thank goodness. I've been going out of my mind.
Well, I haven't.
What? Of course not.
I know Richard wants you to think I'm senile, girl, but I'm not.
Mum, stop it. You're here now, and that's all that counts, and we're going to look after you.
Look after me. There's nothing wrong with me, Gail.
Of course there isn't. You've just been under a lot of stress lately. Fire, Sarah.
Yeah.
We all have. You'll soon be your old self.
Yes, I am my old self.
Of course you are.
You don't believe me?
Of course.
That he's trying to kill me.
Mum, stop it.
Gail, it is true. He's a murderer. He killed his ex-wife. I have had tests with the doctor, haven't I? I know I'm not
Mum,
mad.
stop it! Stop it! Look, I hate to see you like this, but you're not well. Do you understand? You can't help it. You're not well. And you're going to stay here until we make you better, and you will get better.
Oh, for pity's sake, girl. I am not ill.
You are, Mum. You are, or else you wouldn't say things like this.
Gail, I can prove it to you. Archie says that...
Oh, Archie! You go back to him if he's so great.
You just listen. Now stop this. I know it's hard. I am asking you to doubt the man you love. No, I promise you I am going to protect you and your children to the best of my ability if you will just let me.
Just go, Mum.
Oh, you... Just get me away, Archer.
Sorry, love, I got held up.
Thank goodness.
Hey, come on. All this.
Mum, she was here. It was awful.
Where is she now?
Gone again. Archie's, I think.
Hey, sit yourself down. Tell me all about it.
I thought she'd come back. Richard, it was awful. I mean, she looked just like her old self, and I was so relieved. Words that came out of her mouth, they were mad.
I was afraid this might happen. I didn't want to worry her before. It might be an uphill struggle, this.
I don't understand. How can someone who looks so normal be so unhinged?
I know. I know.
Phenomenal view. The chapels and altars of Rocamadour, all perched on that craggy cliff edge. Well, whatever your religious views, that is pretty miraculous in itself.
Penny for them?
They're not worth it.
Are you all right?
Not really. You know, Archie, I think it was the look that was the worst.
Look.
Yeah. It must be the worst feeling ever, you know, when your own child looks at you and you see total fear in their eyes. And she did. She looked at me like she didn't know who I was anymore. Can you imagine how that feels? Scaring your child so much and being absolutely powerless to reassure them.
I'm sorry.
I have absolutely no clue what to do next.
Well, I have. I know what I said this morning, but that was then. Now, I can't see we've any choice.
Why? What do you mean?
The police. If Gail won't believe you, well, we just have to hope that they will. First thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to take you round the police station. Richard Hillman needs to be put away, and we're going to do it.